All right, so you're ready to set up your first bee yard if you've never done it before. This is how I do my setups and how my former mentor did it. So these are 7-foot T-posts, metal T-posts. Pound them in about 2 feet, so that leaves you with about 5 feet high. This is a 30 by 30 yard. I put the posts 6 feet apart. And right now I'm just putting the insulators on. I have a little closer to the ground on the bottom to keep the small critters out. And then each one of these is about a hand width apart. I'll show you how I make my gate. And south is this way, so I'll be putting the charger facing that way on the T-post. And then these are my 3 grounding rods to make sure that it stays electrified throughout the dry season. And this is a 100, this is a Patriot, sorry, this is an SG 500. And it needs to be at least 7 to 9 kilowatts to keep a bear out, hopefully, as long as the fence working properly. So I'm just getting all the insulators on. I'll show you how I run the wires, how I make my gate, and how I set up the wiring for the solar charger. These are pretty hard to snap on. I'll show you how they go. So these ones in particularly, so 1 width apart, so I had to go over right here. So you start here, I'm just going to snap this way, and you got to keep going. It's really hard not doing it with 2 hands, I'll tell you that much. Like that, and then this one back here, like that, holds it on, just like that. So this is a new yard that I built. I need to expand and somewhere to put my production hives. I'm going to keep my breeders at home. So this is a 30 by 30 yard. I'm going to ultimately run 6 strings. I ran out of insulator, so I'm going to do 1 more row on the top. And these are 7-foot T-posts pounded into the ground every 6 feet. There's my charger. I have alternating lines, positive and negative. And those are connected to 3 ground posts. And I have, this one puts out 9.2 kilovolts, which is plenty for a bear, which is what I'm honestly trying to save my hives from. So yeah, that's what she looks like. That's better. It's like wrapping a Christmas present. Little bows on top. So I'm moving my bees to a different yard for a few weeks. I set up another yard, and I'll have another video on how I did that. I'm going to move this yard to a different spot on the property. To move bees, you have to either move them 3 miles away or within 3 feet. Otherwise, the foragers will get lost. So I'm going to move all my hives to the other yard. Then I'm going to bring back my prized hives. So I'm just getting them ready for transport. Husband's going to help me tonight. As soon as the sun goes down, I'm going to tape up the entrances. Got them all strapped, and we're going to lift them and put them onto the trailer. Move them tonight. And then I'm going to feed them tomorrow all some 1-to-1 sugar syrup to get them stimulated for the spring. Of course, that's what I like about the Apamea hives, is they're all ready to go, all strapped in. Easy, close off the entrances, no taping required. They are ready to go. Wooden ones need a little extra attention for sure. A couple days after, it snowed, of course, but not before I fed them. So I'm just coming in and check on them, see how they're doing. Maybe top up some feeders. Make sure they're all active. Oh, Carol's found the syrup. They're doing good. And of course you're gonna get one that lands in there. Nope, we're not supposed to be in there, honey. There we go. She's gonna be sweet, isn't she?